Bob, this is a video of your from your first lesson on March 6, 2026. We're not going to go through and identify things that you may want to think about changing. I want to encourage you to not change a thing. You've got a swing that's repeatable. You're hitting the middle of the club face, and if you change something, you're going to throw your little system. It has a chance of becoming unstable, and then so if you decide to change anything, let me tell you what to change and the order you change it, because we don't want to go down a rat hole. But I have more confidence in your swing than you do, and let's just play this thing through. There's so many things you're doing right here, and we don't need to get into it in detail, but the advantage you have is your head is still, and your swing thought of rotating the swing around the head is really smart. Keep that. Don't change any of your swing thoughts, okay? This is a stable system. If you tweak one part of it, you're liable to throw it out, and I can guarantee if you make a change to this swing, you're going to hit it in the middle of the club face, and you don't change, and just identify. So, to give you too many details, the swing plane is a plane that's based on the angle of the shaft, and a swing is parallel to that angle. Okay, it's not these yellow lines or the other. The shaft is parallel. 24, it gets way, and barely gets off. It's I feel like a swing sometimes. I'm telling you, it's a usable swing. So now what? So see how the shaft of the yellow lines, basically the entire deep in here, which, but if than the average 24. I mean, people with the shaft here early on, and I don't want to make clay beam, and had to get it back on plane to do that, and I'm probably, 8 of 24. So back inside, you don't have to. So you're basically, your takeaway is absolutely perfect. Head is still, you rotate, and more or less, these are things your cap doesn't have. Change, okay, so here is face on. Okay, so there's more opportunity from this angle than from down the line, and we'll highlight some of the things, and we did during the session. Now this is something you should think about, because this is what's causing you probably. It's a distance leak. See how the shoulders. I want to kind of slant it so the shoulders from setup are about, this is your top of your swing. Your shoulders are about 15-degree rotation, and all players, all good players have a greater you know, if you shoot for 90 degrees there, so we want that left shoulder pointed under your chin and pointed down here. Again, I'm not advertising changing this, because something as easy as this is going to throw your focus point out of kilter. But in the mirror, just practice getting that left shoulder under your chin. Now we can do it a couple ways. So the shoulder basically is stopping because the hips haven't rotated. The hips have only rotated like 15 degrees. Okay, so if you remember, Nicholas rotated his head like 15 degrees, so his eye line was kind of out here, and his chin was up, so that allows that shoulder to get under. And when you rotate the shoulder, it goes down and around, and you at the top you got a pretty horizontal shoulder tilt. So we want that shoulder down, just like we kind of did the drill in front of the mirror. But that's the only. And then there's some with relief that's downstream, and I'm telling you, if you change the back, then it'll be easier to complete the downswing. A lot of instructors will try to fix the downswing when some going on in the back in an improper position. Something I didn't out on that during the lesson is the railroad tracks. Here's your aim line. In your case, your foot line is going over here, where it should be parallel to your aim line, right? And so what you're having to do, your body is trying to swing along your toe line, so you're naturally going out this direction, and then that left hip socket gets in the way, and so it kind of screws things up here. So we want, we showed you a couple ways to identify that, but when you're on the range, you always use an aim stick or a club at your toe line, and these two lines parallel. So that's my take on a full swing. It's better than you think, and just hold that thought in mind when you go play. It's not all that bad. Now they all aren't going to go straight, but I'm telling you, if you try to change something like change your wrist or path or swing plane, it's going to hit the fan, and to dig your way out of it, you got to spend some time doing it. In our age group, it's very hard to change the full swing. It's comparatively easy to change putting to a lesser degree, but it's still easier to change chipping. And the easiest thing to do is change the mental game. And those three things, we can actually do at home. So.